Good morning from Owensboro, Kentucky. So I am going to be spending the entire day today in Owensboro. I went to Holiday World last night and I'll be going tomorrow, but decided to stay over for the evening here in this Kentucky town that's right across from the Indiana border, just over the Ohio River. I have a very busy day today. We're going to get some barbecue. We're going to go to the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame. We're going to take a distillery tour. There's several festivals happening. So I'm just going to bring you all along for everything. And it's going to be jam-packed today here in Owensboro, Kentucky. Bluegrass music was something that I grew up on. We actually came to Owensboro all the time for festivals, and it's kind of fun going through the museum here. I'm pretty sure I've seen almost every artist on that wall behind me, and I recognize so many of these songs, and it's just, even if you don't like the music, it's something that you can appreciate as far as culture in America and just some of the roots and influences that bluegrass had on today's music. activity of the day is doing a tour of the Green River Distillery.
So this is the industry standard. The way it works is this. So the grain gets finished being prepared over next door. It gets piped in. We just got this new plumbing in here. Comes over here to add yeast. Yeast is a single cell organism that starts very hungrily digesting the sugars that are present in the grain. Metabolites of that are busy lifting gas and alcohol. So they got to be loaded and unloaded pretty methodically, otherwise you could run into risks of catastrophic collapse. But don't worry, it's not going to happen today. I guarantee it's never happened yet on a tour guide Tim tour. my guarantee's solid. So anyway, the barrels come to us. They come to us from they come from cooperage. Cooper's a barrel maker and he works in a cooperage. Anyway, so the barrels are wood, like I said, and they expand and contract so they can leak. The barrel itself is made of white oak, but there's the stopper right here. The lung is made of poplar wood. There's a few things. One, it filters out like heavy fusel oils and stuff like that, or sulfur compounds if they're present. But it also opens up the wood and lets the whiskey work its way in and out. Below where it burns, where it's not actually burnt, the wood isn't burnt, it's toasted. Toasted oak has sugars that caramelize in it. Toasted white oak. By the way, this is white oak, Quercus alba. That's exclusively what we use. We're blessed to have a large abundance of it here in the eastern North America. White oak it's excellent for makes a good liquid retaining. It's excellent for liquid retention, and it's got these wood sugars that caramelize and just do magical things to the flavor of the whiskey. At the darker char levels like 3 and 4, you get vanilla flavors out of those. That amylose and tylose and cellulose and all the other wood sugars that are in there, they caramelize into a vanilla flavor.
So after the tour, we had a little bourbon tasting in their tasting room. I am generally not a bourbon drinker, and I tried all 3 different types that they offered us, and it burned like fire going down. So bourbon is definitely not for me, but I definitely gave it a shot, tried something new, and it was still kind of fun to have a unique experience. We had a really great tour guide. His name was Tim. Really fun activity here in Owensboro, and I definitely suggest that you come and take the tour. Even if you're under 21, you can still do the tour, you just can't do the tasting. But a good afternoon here at the Green River Distillery in Owensboro. Now I'm checking out the Multicultural Festival. This is the 26th year that the town has had this. It's at the First Presbyterian Church, and there's a lot of different countries represented. It looks like there's food and activities and just a lot of things to do to celebrate the different cultures in the city of Owensboro. dinner time, and I'm going to try Old Hickory Bar-b-que, which has been recommended to me by a lot of local people. I'm not sure if I've ever eaten here. I'm more familiar with Moonlight, which is another famous barbecue place here in Owensboro, but this one's been here for over 100 years, and they have some award-winning sauces, so I can't wait to try it. Alright, so they have 4 different sauces. The bourbon is in the brown, the red is sweetened, the third sauce is original, and then I believe this one is a spicy sauce. So they brought me all 4 of them to try, and then I got the chopped pork platter that has a side of mac and cheese and barbecue beans. Alright, I'm going to try a little bit of the bourbon. It's very subtle. I can't really taste that much of it. Next and the spice one. That one definitely has a kick to it. I think my favorite is this one right here. I would give this place 9.5 out of 10. The texture of the barbecue is very fine. I'm not used to that. I'm used to more Rockport, but it's very lean. There's not much fat in it, and it's cooked in the sauce. It's so good. I need to get to my sides, but yeah, this was really. Alright, I think you can probably hear me a little bit better out here, but barbecue was excellent. 9.5 out of 10. Very high score from me. Sauces were all really good. I liked the one in the red bottle the best, but really you can't go wrong with any of them. Mac and cheese was kind of salty, so that I would skip that as a side, but the beans are exactly how I like my baked beans, in a barbecue sauce, and just really delicious. So this was highly recommended to me by several people. I probably would have picked Moonlight just because of the nostalgia factor in going there growing up, but it is a buffet and I didn't really need that much food, so I'm really glad that I ate here, and my meal was under $16, which is a really great price for the amount of food that you get. 2 sides, 4 pieces of bread, which I did not eat all of those, but you could make several sandwiches. Yeah, so, and then you pay at the counter, they'll bring you a receipt, and you can add your tip and everything there. So I would definitely stop here if you like good barbecue. Owensboro definitely knows how to do it right. that's it for my day here in Owensboro.